Hey, good morning, Patriots. Hey, listen, I want to show you this other video. Told you I'm going to do a lot of these on the People's Convoy. Great event that day. Y'all listen to, this is Ted Cruz in Hagerstown Speedway. He basically did a speech on I want to call it our stage. That's what we lived in for about a month out there in Hagerstown. Anyway, listen to what he's got to say, and I'll talk to you about it in a minute.
Media who want to portray you guys as a bunch of violent criminals. That is utter and complete garbage. Men and women here, you are exercising your First Amendment right to free speech and peaceful protest. And something the left doesn't seem to understand. If you engage in violence, you go to jail. But if you don't engage in violence, if you're exercising free speech, you got a right to do that. Whether I agree with what you're saying or not, you got a First Amendment right to speak out and say what you believe. But in this case, what you're speaking out for is the freedom of people all across this country. And so I am proud to stand with you. I am proud to stand alongside you as we fight for freedom. And people are waking up all across this country. People are waking up. And there's a very simple message. You know, several of us met earlier this week in the Capitol. There were a bunch of reporters. Oh, at one point, one of the reporters from a left-wing outlet said, you know, all you fevered truck drivers. Now, as I look around, I don't see any fevers. I do see people who are pissed off. But, you know, they ask, what do you want? All right, I'm going to put it really simply for the reporters that are not all that bright and not all that honest. What the men and women want here is for the government to leave you the hell alone. And that is the most American sentiment you can imagine. It is your life, it is your health care, it is your speech, it is your freedom, and you have the right to speak and make the choices for your own family. The Constitution protects it, and we will stand and fight and demand it. And God bless you, and God bless the United States of America.
That was a really good speech, Ted Cruz. It really was. And I know it's hard Senate, but I've talked about this as well. These rhinos up there in Congress right now, Senate, whatever you want to call it. You got the House, you got the Senate. You know, Ted Cruz is a senator out of Texas. Great guy, talks a good game. And we will take the House back in November of 2022. There's no doubt about it. We will take the House back. The Democrats are just killing themselves. But let's see what guys like Ted Cruz actually do. We know Nancy Pelosi is going to stop these bills and whatnot that they try to write. And after that speech right there, Ted Cruz went back to D.C. and he tried to write a bill about end the mask mandate across the board. And that's not what the conversation, that's not what the People's Convoy is about. That's part of it, but that's not the biggest picture. The picture is end the National Emergencies Act. That'll finish all mandates. We do not want the vaccine mandate. Ladies and gentlemen, there are people out there, I'm hearing stories of people actually dying from this vaccine. Whatever, you know, it affects different people in different ways. But it should be the people, the Americans' choice, whether they take it or not. And you're going to take their job from them because they don't want to take the vaccine? That is human rights violation. That is communism. That is, how else do you explain it? How else do you explain it? It should be You know, our government was designed by the people for the people. You know, I'm going to do a video on our Declaration of Independence. I really am. I'm going to try to do some. I'm going to try to put something together. You know, that brings the word out to our younger people. What's going on right now in our country? Excuse me. Our government is tyrannical. You know, this is not supposed to be happening, ladies and gentlemen. None of this is supposed to be happening. But I hope you enjoyed this video. Oh, Ted Cruz, that's the People's Convoy, Hagerstown, Maryland, at the Speedway. We lived there for about a month. What an awesome place. And to watch the thousands and thousands of people come together, love each other, you know, live in that environment. You know, a lot of people stayed in hotels. Matter of fact, I stayed in a hotel for about a week or so. And then I said, hell, I can't do this no more. I got to be out there, and got a tent set up and did all that, lived on an air mattress. I used porta potties every day, went down there, ate breakfast. We had, this is what was there in Hagerstown, right there. You know, right beside that, right behind Ted Cruz, or to his right there, was a barber. You can get your hair cut. You go right through that line right there, and you go into that building, and you could have breakfast, lunch, dinner, get any kind of supplies out there. It was like a store that you didn't have to buy nothing in. You just walked up there and got what you needed. Toilet paper, paper towels, coffee, every damn thing you can imagine, ladies and gentlemen, that was picked up all across this country from proud supporters of the People's Convoy. I really loved it. I know they had to go back to California. They got to fight that tyrannical government out there in their state. And that's what I'm doing right here in Georgia right now, is trying to fight our tyrannical government and get meetings with these politicians, such as Brian Kemp, our governor here in Georgia, Buddy Carter, that's up there in D.C. He's one of our reps in my district. I've not heard back from either one of them yet. I have talked to Stephen Meeks. He's another one of our representatives. He's talked to me several times. As a matter of fact, I gotta talk to him. I tried to call him yesterday. I know it's the weekend, but supposedly Brian Kemp has signed an Emergencies Act in Georgia because of the supply chain or something I heard about, and I want to hear it straight from the horse's mouth. But if these people do not want to talk to their constituents or make anything happen anymore, ladies and gentlemen, you know, like I said, I'm going to do stuff on the our Declaration of Independence. But when any form of government becomes destructive, it is the right of the people to alter or abolish the government. And, you know, that's way a bit above my pay grade, but think about that for a minute. How educated do you have to be to understand? Alter, change it, change what's happening, abolish. That means like do away with it, right? So, I mean, you don't have to be a rocket scientist to figure this stuff out. But it is time to make a stand, and people are waking up across America. God bless America. I love y'all. Make sure you like and subscribe, comment on this video. Let me know what you think. I love everybody, and I will catch y'all on the next go around.